Hey, how's everybody doing today? It's Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, and just feeling super blessed and thankful for Jesus and God. And yeah, it's been such a journey this year, incredible journey of health, mainly just honing in on the health. Even though I messed my ankle up last week running, playing disc golf, which I call one disc. It's basically speed disc golf where you throw it and then you run. So anyways, treacherous little trails in Golden Gate Park. It's healing up incredibly, I must say. It doesn't hurt anymore. I haven't put any weight on it though, just to make sure. This is supposed to be a 4 or 5, maybe 6 month injury. And I've been praying hard on it and just asking God to get me back in shape again, because I was bringing the ministry out to the course quite often. It was amazing just to bring in His word out in nature, just by natural, just other players that gets brought up, and I don't bring it up until it's brought up somehow naturally, and then go to town. So I take this opportunity to, I'm only getting about 10 viewers on these, and that's perfect. I really want to hammer in the whole motivation behind my biggest gift, and which I believe to be the biggest gift that God offers, is this unmarried celibacy. And that's a real tough one. I have not met anybody who does not struggle with that. And so the plan B was just to get married if you struggle with that. And I sure struggled with that most of my life, up until about 30 years old. I started to see, like, whoa, there's more to it than just getting laid and having good looking, hilarious, smart girlfriends. There is way more to life, actually. And so it took me another 5 or 6 years to figure that out, and then I had a few relationships here and there, and anyways, the healthier I became, the less lonely I became. So I saw that connection, and I had no idea that was the major, or if not the most profound message in the Bible. And of course the Muslims and the Jews and the Buddhists and the Krishnas all disagree. They all say get married first. Buddha was married and had a little baby boy. He was 1 week old when Buddha took off and became enlightened and never saw the boy again. So that's a fatherlessness, massive mistake there. So even Buddha. So I did a lot of research on it, and Jesus is the only one who was unmarried and celibate. Now, time is different in the Bible. They say God made the world in 6 days and rested on the 7th day. That took 13 billion years. So one day was, like 5 or 6 billion years. And relatively speaking, each day after that became a little shorter because the earth was getting less and less dense. So anyways, so I'm going to read 1 Corinthians 7:32-33, because that's the verse. And just let it sink in, because this is something that you can achieve, and you're already married and you already have children. This is something that you can bestow upon your children in hopes that they grasp it. And this is the end of times. I truly believe it. And so this is a sign. This is a major cleansing of the soul, this one golden rule. And if it's based on that, not even 1/3 of the souls are going to be saved. Not even close. Like maybe 1/1000th. Because the Catholic priests are kind of failing on it too. So because I think they go into seminary way too early. They gotta maybe fool around quite a bit. Unless they're super lucky to have such profound upbringing with mom and dad and everybody around them showing them the grace of God. And yeah, so we switch hands here. Yeah, so basically I turn 50 next year, but I've been really honing this in for the last 20 years. And now that I'm a born again, 2 years now, almost 2 years, or maybe it's been 3. I'm bad with time too. It's definitely the latter half of my life, and I didn't know that this was I found this verse right away. As soon as I started picking up the Bible, I found this verse right away. It found me. So this is what it says, 1 Corinthians 7:32. It's incredible. But I want you to be free from concern. One who is unmarried is concerned about the things of the Lord, how he may please the Lord. Okay? And then it says, but one who is married is concerned about the things of the world, how he may please his wife. Okay, then it goes on. That's heavy, man. So, everybody I know is married with children, including my own parents, my sister, my aunt, my uncle, everybody I know, pretty much. And if they're not, they're about to be. So I bring this up, and I get people just tune it out because it's just too late. It's just too late for that. But it's not too late. I think the most receptive audience probably for this teaching is, high school boys and girls. But it's rough because the man represents the Jesus, and it's not like the women are excluded from the church. They just don't have a voice, and there's a reason for that. The man is supposed to be a man and step up and protect the kingdom, so the woman can bear the children. And maybe we don't even need to do that. This whole experiment about being born. My parents were madly in love and best friends and lovers and incredible role models, and their marriage was incredible. And I wouldn't have come here to this earth if it wasn't for them. But that's the whole thing. It's all lust. And it starts with lust, and then we're just backpedaling, though. That's the whole story of Adam and Eve. So it's a heavy one. And, I doubt no one's watching this live. I kind of like that people don't do it live. I like to do it live just because I don't have to go back and upload it and all that kind of stuff. And anyways, that's it. So not very many people are going to like that because they've made the other choice. And yes, and if you're married with children, it's amazing. And I know that's the best thing that's ever happened to you. Of course it is. And so, but you have a chance now to help, raise your children to maybe step into this final, most profound gift that God ever gave us, because it is amazing. I'm bursting with joy. I'm so free, and I give all my attention to the Lord. Nothing's on worldly possessions, or I get tested, of course, but very little. It's led me to a strict organic diet. I walk, I ride my bike, I don't drive around too much. I don't own anything, I don't own any property. Everything is, my soul is just super clean, and I can be completely honest with everything. I'm self-employed. I don't need to bend the truth to my wife or my kids about anything. It's just straight up all raw truth, and that's what sets you free. And as soon as you have someone else attached to you, you got to take care of them first. I get this message, 1 Corinthians 7:32. Of course you got to take care of your wife. That comes first, and then it's your children, and then the Lord. So that's rough on the Lord, but it's not all for naught. So that's just organic church in a nutshell. That's really that's what's going on here. And I don't expect any followers. I'm not ever going to take any money from it. I'm planning just to go out and just have that message permeate from just me being that, embodied that message. All right, you guys, I love you, and be kind and excellent to each other tomorrow during Thanksgiving. Politics is going to be, it's a line in the sand now. It's going to be super rough. I already get it. And I hope Black Friday is just not too crazy. I have a bad feeling about all this. And I'm definitely, pro-life and very conservative. And so I see the left side wants to get, Jesus as hate speech, and that's just not happening. So Jesus has a plan for that. So the New Jerusalem is in us, not in a geographical location like Temple Mount in Jerusalem. That's a whole nother headache. All right, you guys, be kind, and I love you.